My name is Philip Rooyakkers. I'm the founder and CEO of Pip My Pet. Pip My Pet is a technology company that has developed highly advanced facial recognition technology to positively identify cats and dogs with. I started this company just a little bit short of 3 years ago, and I started because of the need for bringing technology into a very big problem, and that is identifying the literally 165 million cats and dogs that are just within North America alone. I also happen to own one of the largest dog daycare and boarding facilities in Vancouver, Canada. And it was through one of my experiences there of this beautiful black lab that came into daycare, and as we were registering him, we came to recognize that the people that were bringing him in for daycare had only had him over the weekend, and that they had got him from a local shelter. Now, unfortunately, the dog had been in the shelter for less than 48 hours, but because it wasn't identifiable, there were no tags, no tattoos, no microchips. The dog was adopted out. And what really struck me was that this was an absolutely beautiful black lab that had an owner. It had somewhere out there a set of owners that would have been greatly grieving from the loss of their dog. And at the same time, knowing dogs and working with dogs the way I do, I would recognize that the dog itself would be mourning the loss of its family and not being in its normal routine. So I swore that day that I would create or develop technology that would help people identify their dogs, but also help them if they lost their pet. So I started researching and I created PIP, and PIP stands for Positive Identification of Pet. It's a free application, so it's free to download either on iPhone or Android, and you can simply download the app, register your cat or your dog on it, or if you have multiple pets, that's fine too. And if you ever lose them, you can go into that app, activate an Amber Alert. Our customer care team will reach out to you. We then gather any additional pertinent information, and then we broadcast that out within a 10 to 15 mile radius to every veterinarian clinic, every animal control and rescue agency. And at the same time, if you ever find a lost pet or you find a stray pet, you can simply take a picture of it, and if that pet is within our database, we can identify it by its face. We're of course harnessing the power of the internet and social media. When a pet is lost, we're getting a broadcast out concentrated in and around where the pet's been lost or found, so that hopefully we're able to reunite the owner and with their family member, either their cat or their dog. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, and I've had a number of different successful companies. This is probably the fourth company that I've started and have now run full time. I would say that when you have an idea, when you have one of those aha moments and you believe in the idea and you go out and you get good, honest feedback in and around it, make sure you're not fooling yourself. But when you've congealed that and you start going through the process, you recognize that nothing's ever easy, and you'll never work as hard as you'll ever worked in your whole entire life than to start a new company. The rewards can be great, but the downs can also be quite significant also. But you really just have to see yourself through those and truly believe in your idea and what you're doing, and just keep moving it forward. And it's that enthusiasm and it's that belief that is infectious, and it is that will have other people join you. And make sure that you never stop listening to feedback, whether that be your advisory council, your friends, your family, and your customers. And just continuously believe and move it forward. My experience at Startup Camp so far has been great. It's interesting to work with a number of different startup companies at different levels, everything from literally that seed of an idea that really hasn't germinated into anything, to companies that are a little bit further along. And it's good also to feel the difference, what it's like to be, there's the support, the camaraderie of being also in those difficult struggle points of a startup. So there's a lot of energy that's here. And it's good to just get feedback, or also to be able to give feedback to a lot of people that are at different points of their startup career. Silicon Valley and plug and play, there's a whole different attitude on financing and ideas and how ideas get created and how ideas get to grow. So it's been actually very positive.